its best game show ever. On this episode, we're talking about one of the most memorable gaming peripherals of all time, the Power Glove.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
The Power Glove is Nintendo's gauntlet peripheral from the late 80s. It's supposed to give you motion gesturing, better controls, extra buttons, and what makes it bad is that it does all of those things very poorly.
The Power Glove is a controller accessory that came out in 1989, and the only two things that it did was look cool while wearing it.
We were all tricked into, as children, by this 2-hour theatrically released commercial for Nintendo that was called The Wizard.
And create 25 years of anger, hostility, and spite towards it from the children of my generation, thinking that they were gonna get something awesome, but really got crap.
I don't even know what this is. I was a Sega kid growing up.
That was released basically before I was born, I think, so I don't actually know why it was made up, but I don't know what it does. Why would you want the controller on your wrist?
This is my controller now. This is the future, because it was the 80s. Like, that's what you did. You wanted to control stuff with your hands. Don't give me a controller, give me this.
If you had one of these as a kid in the 80s, you were like the coolest kid in school until you actually played with it, and then you realized it was actually super lame.
I don't even know what the buttons did.
When I first saw the Power Glove in a commercial, it was the most magnificent thing I had ever seen.
When I saw it on the big screen, I freaked out.
The first time I saw the Power Glove was in a television commercial, and I freaked out.
The guy was like dancing around and using the Power Glove and like grabbing things and like dodging things with his hand. And I was like, oh my God, I need one of these in my life so badly. I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but I need one.
Because it was the future. To be able to actually have a video game just bending to my whim was the most amazing idea I think I'd ever seen.
I wanted one of these so bad. I wanted to be Lucas from The Wizard. I wanted his beautiful flowing blonde hair and his badass attitude.
Ooh, look how cool this is. It's a placebo effect. Like, you think you're doing something, but no, you're not driving a car. You're just moving around like an asshole.
Basically, since I was old enough to have a consciousness, I knew that the Power Glove was video games, great big joke.
When this thing came out, I was 2 years old, so I don't remember my exact initial reaction, but growing up, I was aware of it.
So I never actually knew it for a serious device. I think the first time I ever saw one might have been a mock oven mitt that was supposed to look like the Power Glove. It was always a joke.
So I didn't have it. I thought it was cool. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is like, it's got some power in it. I mean, it's the Power Glove.
After finally actually using a Power Glove, I felt, you ever see a girl from far away and you're like, tear that up. And then she get close and you're like, we could be friends.
But then I actually went over to a friend of mine's house who had it, asked him to play it, and we tried it out for maybe 10 minutes, and then halfway through he decided, you know what, we should play Bayou Billy. And I'm like, what the hell is Bayou Billy? And then we just ended up playing that the rest of the night.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little let down by the Power Glove in reality, to be kind.
Bayou Billy was actually more entertaining than this.
The Power Glove. Everything else is child's play.
I remember someone coming up to me in school and being like, my brother has one of those. He said it wasn't very good. And I was just devastated. I was like, what? How could you say that to me?
A kid at my school told me, oh, I have the Power Glove at home. And I was like, no. He's like, yeah. I was like, can I come over and play the Power Glove? And he's like, yeah, all right, I guess.
Because everything I had known up until that point was just pure awesomeness. All of the false advertising that had been fed into my brain from these commercials and from the Wizard movie was a total lie. I was a very dramatic child.
You put in Rad Racer and we go to play it, nothing is happening. I'm like, show me how to do this. I must be doing this wrong. He puts on the Power Glove, and the first thing he does with it is he starts controlling Rad Racer with the D-pad on the Power Glove, because that's how you use the Power Glove.
It was the gimmick of all gimmicks before there were even gimmicks for video games.
I feel the power of uselessness is what I feel.
It's the mayor of Gimmick Land. No, it's like the godfather of Gimmick Land. How many times can I say gimmicks? High five for gimmicks.
The Power Glove is a great idea at the wrong time. With like the Oculus Rift and all the other motion controls, now is the time to bring this thing back. But in like a 2014, maybe 15 technology.
Has anyone on the show done like the robot wearing this? I don't know how to do the robot, otherwise I would.
Is this clean? Is this clean?
seriously, has anyone washed this? Because I feel dirty. Ah, it's on me! I'm dirty. But it looks badass.
I just want to get a feel for maybe I'm missing something, you know, maybe you got to have the experience of wearing it. So
I did this wrong. This is faulty. Can I get a new one?
I'm still not getting it, guys.
I could imagine seeing some child being so excited about this even now, like eating their breakfast cereal or like doing their homework.
Has this been like modded for adult hands, or do I just have freakishly small hands? Have I not grown up at all? You know what they say about guys with hands that fit into children's toys?
Not offensive at all. Looks cool. Power glove.
And there you have it, gamers. We want to know what you thought of the Power Glove, so leave a comment here. And subscribe now, because next Wednesday, we're talking about the biggest gaming badass. And if you want to hang out with us live, make sure you follow us on our new Twitch channel at twitch.tv/bestgameshowever.